There's a lot of history between ByuN and Clem, so wish them both the best of luck. I hope that's being casted somewhere as we're focusing on our own quarterfinals match. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the South Korean Terran player himself, the Red Terran, representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Team Vitality. It is Solar. And if you're in the chat, predictions should be open so you can place your bets and get your gamba going on who you think will claim the series. Honestly, this could go either way. 2x Reaper. 2x Reaper, aggressive opener here by ByuN on the low ground. We'll see if Solar can keep up and if Solar can minimize his losses. But honestly, this could go either way. I'm hoping for an ace match. I'm hoping for a game 3. Best of luck. Best of luck to ByuN and Solar as they look to embrace this series. There's that second rack, as we did mention. Again, 2x Reaper, this opener is designed to get across the map and to contain. To deny the third base, contain on 2 bases for as long as we can, and maybe even catch a drone or 2. So a very aggressive start here out of ByuN. The follow-up can vary. This could lead into a 3cc 2-on-1. It can lead into a regular 2-on-1. It can lead into a 4-axe follow-up for like an all-in. There's a lot of potential here, a lot of options for ByuN as to where he goes from here. Back at home, standard opener, hatch gas pool. Everything's looking normal from the side of Solar. Everything is looking as it should. As the drone is moving out. Should soon be looking to take the third, but the Overlord does confirm. So Solar, he's able to confirm the setup here. Actually spots the add-ons, so that means that ByuN is staying on a low Reaper count. It should only be 3 Reapers at most, and that should be a sign here to try to take a faster third base. Yeah, we're going for it. There we go. Third base is on the way. Now, usually Solar would be denied this third because of the high Reaper count, but because of the fast add-on here, again, we only have, what, how many Reapers to work with? Only 2. Only 2 Reapers going to be available here for ByuN. They do dip in, but the Queen holds it. Oh no! The Queen does hold its own. And this Reaper opener doesn't really do much, not yet. Now, what is important though? Oh my god. These Reapers do back away. Now, what is important about this setup though is that it's going to be a double expand. Okay, rushing into a third CC before the first one's even done. Very greedy follow-up. So it's going to be a 2x Reaper into a 3cc follow-up. Very greedy here. We will have fast stim, but we won't really have that many Marines. We're supply blocked even. Just because we're waiting for the CC to finish up, waiting for the orbital. So this is a bit of a Frankenstein opener out of ByuN. Not gonna lie, like it's a bit of a Frankenstein build here from our Terran player. I'm curious how this plays out. It looks very aggressive. Like the Solar, he saw the stim, he saw the add-ons, he saw the stim timing. And if I was Solar, I'd be terrified. I'd be afraid of the stim push. But again, we don't really have much to work with. So yeah, interesting build here by ByuN. We'll see if we can get away with the greediness of this, with the economic opener at the third base. Back at home, Solar's droning. Sailing to his own 3 hatchery setup. ByuN is moving out. I mean, Stim is not done yet, but that's a lot of Marines. Just a really awkward push here from ByuN. Could catch Solar off guard. Solar does confirm with the Overlords. With this Overlord here. Did spot the move out. And these Marines are forcing links to be made, true. They're forcing a reaction out of Solar, and then we back off. Yeah, like there's no pushing into this, like no shot. So ByuN backs off, he retreats, Stim's about to finish. Behind this, a double E base for double upgrades. Marines are still amassing. And I don't think ByuN is going to move out. I mean, sure we have Stim, but I don't think we want to risk losing all these Marines. Like, we have nothing at home. Like, we have nothing back at home to defend. So this is just so risky here for ByuN. If he gets caught out, that could just be game then and there. We're playing on a knife's edge. So far, he does poke in a little bit, catching almost the Overlord. There we go, Overlord is going to go down. Smooch. As we did gain high ground vision with that ramp, that is the added benefit here. The Reaper was keeping vision here on the ramp, which did allow us for the Overlord to go down. Yeah. It's a fake, it's a fake safe location. And I'm sure ByuN is letting him know. That pillar is not safe, Fabi. It's not safe. Feels bad, man. Behind this, though, Solar, he's been able to join up the 3-way saturation. 4th hatchery's on the way. Double Eva chamber for double upgrades. 5th hatchery on the way as well, as we are double expanding. And Solo's looking quite comfortable. Like, after the feigned aggression and the fake move outs, the fake push, Solar, he's looking quite comfortable back at home. But now here comes the real move outs. ByuN, how many Marines? 26. 26 Marines, 2 medevacs. The army is spotted, and we need Lingbane. We need to take this seriously. But again, Solar, he got away with his droning. He already has an ideal economy, at least for this game state. He can focus on his Lingbane, and he should be able to defend. Big should on that one. Big should. Let's see. ByuN sleeping on forward, catching the tumors, going for the queens. Up! And we catch 2 queens. Very nicely done. 2 queens go down. Bailing speed just now starting. Already a good start for ByuN. Picking off 2 queens, but Solar does save the hatchery, saves the 4th. 5th base getting up and running. Across the map at ByuN, getting into its own tank setup. 4th CC on the way. ByuN is now going for an ARAX. Oh, the Bailings! As we collapse on the main army, and we will shut this down. That's 10 Marines falling. As 16 get away. We do see an Overseer on the way. That's going to be to scout the main base to get a read on what the hell's going on. And yeah, Solar, he's just settling in and droning up, getting his 4th base saturated. Hive is on the way. Getting to our Hive tech. Getting ready for Lingbane into, could be Ultra. Could be Lingbane into Ultra. Otherwise, we should see a Hydrogen already. So it's looking like Ultras from the side of Solar. Looking like. As ByuN rotates, setting up here at the 5th location. But Lings, they do slip in. And we're wide open. The wall's not a wall. The tank goes down. Nice start of stepping here for ByuN. Does quite well against the Lings. We get into the middle line. SCVs are falling. They're going down one after the other. Oh, quite a lot of economic damage dealt. And ByuN, he's not gaining ground. He's not pushing in. The base is still up and running. And Solar, he's building up more Lingbane. He's getting ready for the push. And, I mean, I look at the suit, Bobby. Here, this time is not lying. Hatchery may go down, but it doesn't even matter. Solar does have enough to collapse on this, but he doesn't. He's playing it safe. Playing a little bit conservative, expanding on the left-hand side. Taking another expansion. Does force ByuN back. Does force him back, and ByuN is going to be able to maintain some map control here. We have 2 forces out on the map, 2 double drops essentially. Solar trying to catch him. The Bailings, ooh, we do connect. Oh my god. Barely do pick up in time. ByuN gets away, meanwhile moving on the right-hand side. Solar struggling to expand. Again, I do think we could have cleaned up this this location earlier, but the fact that we didn't is giving ByuN, I mean, some solid map presence. Is giving him map presence. Once again, Solar just going right down mid. Going for the mineral line once again. The tank putting in a lot of work. Big volleys going up on the Bailings. But ByuN, he has to back off, has to race back home. Tank is saved. We get 13 SCV kills at the same time. Double drop, not finding any damage either. We're keeping up, and there are those Ultras. Ultra Cabin is done. Kindness Plating's on the way. Straight up Lingbane Ultra. We would be a little bit more ideal here with some Vipers. Oh, they're already out! Yeah, Vipers are out. Tanks are going down as well. The one tank in the backline actually putting in a lot of work. Nice trades here from ByuN. Forced to pick up, but again, didn't trade too poorly. The tank finally goes down. And the role of these Vipers is to Parasitic Bomb. It's to Power Bomb the Metamax. Have some kind of anti-air. Even Blinding Cloud if need be. Here we go. The Ultras are diving in. Kind of finishing up in 3 seconds. And just finishing up just in time. Just in time for the push. Blinding Cloud, the tanks were breaking through the defensive line as well. Another Blinding Cloud. And the Ultras, they just want hugs, Spaffy. They just want some big hugs. GG gets called, and Solar will take game number 1. GG. A very interesting playstyle there out of ByuN. I mean, I say playstyle. Really interesting build. The build was an odd one. That's maybe a better way of putting it, or a more apt way of putting it here. If you remember, it was 2x Reaper, but only 2 Reapers. And because Solar confirmed the add-on that was on the way, Solar knew he could get away with a faster third base. So Solar had a much stronger opener. Likewise, Solar, he wasn't faked out. He was able to drone up to 3-base saturation first before focusing on his army. Solar, he wasn't like baited into overreacting to like a 4-rack stim timing or anything like that. Solar playing really economic in the follow-up and was able to keep up, if not exceed ByuN in the mid-game. And those link counterattacks were brutal. Likewise, the initial stim push from ByuN, also a little bit lackluster. We got 2 queens, but that's all we got as well. It was, yeah, just an interesting build that ByuN had. And didn't work quite well in the end. Did set him behind more than anything. And did lead to some really odd game states as well. But now we're getting into game 2, and we'll see what we have to offer. Let's go. We are jumping on in. Your drink blended into the background as if it's cloaked. Yes, yes, I'm drinking a Banshee, Pappy. Ah, let's go. We are steadily into game 2, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Site Delta, we have our South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg representing Team Vitality. It is Solar. Shout out to Lunacy in the chat for giving us some rough translations. Yeah, that was cheating. I'll report. Let's go. But yes, if you're seeing some dropped frames, I can't really do anything about it. For those that are curious, it's not internet related. Like, everything's fine on OBS, everything's fine on my end. It's just the game itself is stuttering a little bit. Usually this happens whenever we're casting and whenever we're in the lobby with someone else from another part of the world. Where if they're lagging a little bit, then it does impact everyone. At least all the casters, I should say. Casters, specifically. So hopefully it clears up. Hopefully over the course of the broadcast. Okay, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I know we have some new European casters, and that may be impacting it a little bit. But shout out to them. You know, it's really great to see the events covered by other languages. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. But now we're getting into our third standard opener here. Oh, yeah, standard opener out of Solar. Lings are going to be moving out. Third base is on the way, and this time ByuN does not open up 2 Rax Reaper. This time a much more standard opener here. Rax expand into the factory. Everything looking as it should. After the chaotic in game 1 start, ByuN is calming things down here in game 2. I do appreciate it. Go. As for now, Lings, they move out. Reaper thankfully stayed back at home. With our 6th Ling production here, ooh, Solar is going to be punished though. The goal here was ideally to avoid the Reaper, get into a mineral line and pick away at some of these SCVs, but the Reaper was being more defensive. We were in position and Solar gets shut down. So this time, a bit of a worse start for Solar as he bleeds off 3 Lings and doesn't get anything for it. Those Lings could have been drones. Could have been drones, or at least we could have maintained them and maintained a presence on the map. Back at home, we do confirm the opener. It's going to be 3CC into Starport. Economic opener here out of ByuN. Everything looking quite standard. Quite standard from the side of our Terran player. Racing that CC. Behind this going Viking first. Interesting. Viking, not a Banshee. This can lead into a Liberator follow-up to harass across the map. And Solar is opening up roaches. Okay, a very different kind of tech structure here. Different tech choice for Solar. Gonna be racing roaches instead of Ling Bane. At least for now. Roach 1 is hidden behind the natural and Solar is gonna be building up. The question becomes, when do we cut workers? And do we even saturate the 3rd? We've drawn up to 36. Overlords are on the way. We're going for the all-in. We're going for the all-in. Roaches are amassing as we speak. And what do we have at home to defend? We have, again, an economic opener. No tanks yet. Going for the add-on swap. Liberators on the way. And can we survive this? Can we hold on? It's going to be a 36 drone, a 2-base all-in for Solar, Roaches, Ravagers, Lings, sending everything across the map. And ByuN has yet to confirm. ByuN has not seen the lack of saturation. He has not seen the lack of workers. He has not seen the hidden tech structure as well. And here we go. The Roaches are spotted. Now he knows. The Roaches have been spotted. Lings are getting across the map. No! The Marines! The Marines are getting shut down already. Marines are falling left and right. Lings, they are popping off. They dive into the main. Disrupting the production. Getting an SCV kill. And here come the Roaches. And again, what do we have at home? Here come the Ravagers. The only thing holding here is the Liberator. And it should be piled down. And we're pushing on forward. Boys are being pulled. The Biles. Ooh, they do connect, but alas, still barely not enough. Ooh, Liberator does go down. And now we're breaking through. Hellions doing what they can. Nice hold position, nice control here with the SCVs. We're barely holding up, we flood in. The wall is broken, the wall is broken. The floodgates, they open up, and Solar, he busts into the natural. The natural is compromised. Biles, they turn back the army. Nice surround with the SCVs. We get on top of the Ravagers. 1 Ravager does fall, 2 Ravagers left. But it looks like we have too much. Solar, he breaks into the main. GG gets called, and Solar, he snowballs out of control, taking the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, as Solar will take the series very, very quickly here. A very short game number 2. Solar joining up to 36 workers and doubling down on the all-in, and ByuN was playing blind. He was in the dark completely, had no idea what was going on, did not scout the natural, did not scout the 3rd, did not see lack of saturation. By the time he saw the Roaches, it was too little too late. Solar was already across the map with his Lings, already surrounding those Marines. It was a brutal start there for ByuN, and Solar, he pops off. GG, well played. GG, well played. Solar will claim the series, advancing on to the semi-finals. And the question becomes, against who? Who is he facing off against here? Exclamation mark B in the chat. Let's all have a look together.